It's a Sligo team with a difference, and for that alone the credit must go to their manager Kevin Walsh. Charlie Harrison has led his team into championship battles superbly from corner back, while Tony Taylor and Stephen Gilmartin have been formidable at centre field. The attack is well guided by Mark Breheny, Eamon O'Hara, but the scoring touches have been provided by corner forwards Colin McGee and David Kelly. This is the Roscommon team 2010, and they're chasing their 20th Connacht title with a cocktail of experienced heads and youthful exuberance. The Rossies' strongest line is the half-back line of Purcell, Dineen and Casey, while the centre-field combination of Michael Finneran and Carl Mannion have produced satisfactory reports. The real scoring threat from a Roscommon perspective is the full-forward line of John Rogers, Donald Shine and Ger Heenan. Connacht final of 2010 is underway. Referee Jimmy White from Killybegs in County Donegal is the man in charge, and this is his very first Connacht final. Loads of dramatic changes, including that arrival of number 18 David O'Gara into the starting 15. First attack for Sligo. First point coming off the boot of Alan Costello, who's back on his home turf of County Mayo, just down the road from Castlebar, a lovely little spot called Ball. But now, of course, he's an adopted Sligo man. Fine catch, Michael Finneran. Carl Mannion slipping one through to a forward line that's going to have to really take on the Sligo backs. That's Ger Heenan that was fouled. There's a free here for Roscommon, just slightly to the right of the post. Donald Shine is top scorer for Roscommon in this provincial championship campaign. He's the man that's lining himself up, has his own unique style of free-taking. But whatever about the style, it's the result that counts, and there's Roscommon's first point. Good score. First kick out of the afternoon for Philip Green. Permanent fixture between the posts for Sligo over the last number of seasons. Well picked up here by Cathal Dineen. Charging forward is David Casey. Several knee operations and he still loves his football, still playing with his county. Here he is, he's looking for a little bit of support inside. He thought he deserved a free, which I can understand, but to his credit, he just walks away. Didn't really know what to do. It was there that he needed the support. Got a little belt on the head as well. The free has been given to Sligo. Alan Costello, willing to run at this Roscommon midfield and defence, playing a deep role in the early stages. That surely is a free. Referee Jimmy White agrees. Mark Breheny taking it quickly. Shawnee McDermott. Stephen Ormsby. Touching it down the sideline. Well kept in play. Good combination between Sean Purcell and Cathal Dineen. Coming through the centre is David O'Gara. Referee felt he was fouled by Stephen Gilmartin. A little bit harsh, I would say. This is O'Gara. Didn't think that was a free. Michael Finneran goes deep. Coming across to gather it is Noel Maguire. Hefty challenge from John Rogers. Good work by Ross Donovan. Was outstanding in Markovich Park in Sligo in the Connacht Championship match against Mayo. Long ball into space. Good calling. Captain Peter Domican. Sean Purcell. David Casey. Roscommon getting plenty of ball in the opening 4.5 minutes. Here's David O'Gara. Slipping one through for Ger Heenan. Lovely little sidestep onto the left boot. Got a touch. And that's going to be a 45. Lovely little dummy by Heenan. And you can see the deflection there, the half block. Had to be a 45. Donald Shine once again goes through all of this to line himself up for the free. Hits it well, straight over the black spot. 2 points for Donald Shine. Good start by the Rossies. Good start by their free taker as well. 2 out of 2 isn't bad. Kick out by Philip Green. Trying to get a touch to it there was Carl Mannion. Picked up by Eamon O'Hara. David Kelly trying to make himself available and extract himself. This is Kelly. Backfires Stephen Gilmartin. Coming forward is Colin McGee. Floating this in very high. Gathered by Jeffrey Claffey. Roscommon have nothing to lose in this Connacht final, bar of course the title, but you know what I mean. They're very much outsiders, and considering that Sligo have taken care of Mayo and Galway, they would be the hottest of favourites to win this Connacht Championship. So the pressure is on, unquestionably, on Sligo. Sideline ball. Linesman indicates it's a Roscommon ball. This time Donald Shine takes the responsibility for taking the kick off his hands. Ball is wide. Kick out by Philip Green is a lengthy one. Gathered by Michael Finneran. Here comes David Casey again from left half back, and he continues the run. Layoff is from David O'Gara. Still Casey. Gives it to Shine. Probably a little bit more confident about his shooting ability. Here's O'Gara. David Casey stays in an attacking mode. He's going to have a pop, and he's going to sneak it inside the posts. That's a wonderful score by the left half back, David Casey. He started it, he was in the middle of the move, and he was at the finish. Great tenacity, great determination, an example to all the others. That's his second point in the Connacht Championship. Not too sure why Fergal O'Donnell decided to change his centre-half forward. There were rumours, but he confirmed before the game that there were no changes, and yet at the very start, David O'Gara was in instead of Paul Garvey. Not too sure of the effect of those kind of mental games, I have to be honest. See no reason for it at all. Here comes Tony Taylor. Laying it back fires Mark Breheny. Brendan Phillips has to go chasing after this. There's the Sligo man down injured. Happens to be Eamon O'Hara. So at the moment, Sligo playing with 14. Finneran can't control it. Picked up off the ground by Sean Purcell. And that's going to be a free for Sligo. Meanwhile, you can see Eamon O'Hara is down injured. Let's see what happened here. David O'Gara came in. There was nothing. It was accidental. Twirla Strand, man, former all-star footballer Eamon O'Hara. Felt it on the jaw, seemed to get a shoulder, but was, judging by the pictures and the replay, accidental. That ball is wide. Colin McGee will be disappointed. He knows he should have done better. Hooked this one to the left and wide. Kick out this time by Jeffrey Claffey. Coming across is Ross Donovan. This lad is a good footballer. Easily recognised with his flaming red hair. O'Hara back to Ross Donovan. Hard-working Mark Breheny. Surrounded here by Sean Purcell. Breheny wanted to take it quickly. Going forward is Keelan Cawley over this side if he needs him, and he does, is Stephen Gilmartin. It was a bit of a slow pass. Comes back for his Cawley again. Alan Costello hits it sweetly. Hits it perfectly. 2 points for Alan Costello and 2 points for Sligo. Yates County were patient and they had to be. Costello is very much a man in form. David Keenan laying it off. The referee felt that Roscommon captain Peter Domican was fouled. Long ball down towards Donald Shine. David Casey's gone in an overlap, but he doesn't need him. What about that for a point in McHale Park, Castlebar? What about that for a score by a Rossi's man? Very confident footballer. Quality player, great score. That's 3 points he scored in this Connacht final, his first from play. Loose ball picked up again by centre half back Cathal Dineen. Out for Sean Purcell, and you have to say, I know it's early days, but the Roscommon half back line are dominant at the moment. Every single one of them. Nothing coming out of that Sligo attack, except that I know Alan Costello has scored twice and David Casey has scored once, and they're marking each other, but certainly the dominant feature so far is the Roscommon half back line. So far, the plan has worked for Fergal O'Donnell. Here was Donald Shine going through, challenged by Mark Breheny. Seemed to be only one hand. But Donald Shine is a difficult man to mark. Big lad. Taking the free himself. Hits it well, comes off the post and wide. Second wide of the match for Roscommon. Unlucky, to say the least. Kick out by Philip Green. Gathered here by Carl Mannion. In fact, you can add the half backline or add the midfield to the Roscommon half backline. They're doing quite well. Cathal Craig. Left boot. And it's a fine score. Roscommon are playing with confidence. The launching pad is the Roscommon half backline in midfield, and the forwards aren't playing bad either. Cathal Craig becomes the first man outside of Donald Shine to score. Big kick out from Philip Green. Mark Breheny. Referee didn't think that he fouled his opponent. Ball inside for Alan Costello, picked up here, gathered at least by Carl Mannion, he should have been. Runs on for David Kelly. Getting inside the cover. 4 Roscommon players around him. Pass outside to Breheny. They're queuing up outside here. Take your pick of Alan Costello or Eamon O'Hara. It's Costello who's eager and hunger for the ball is clear to be seen. A chance here for Stephen Gilmartin. And he drives it well wide. Fluency that we expected from Sligo, not there as of yet. Just a little bit worrying at the moment for the Sligo manager. Claffey's kick out is aimed for David Casey. Over towards David O'Gara. Brendan Phillips keeping him away from goal. Good control, poor pass. Charlie Harrison gets his free. Over the side unmarked is Johnny Davey. Pumps it forward to a forward line that hasn't really functioned that well. David Casey, David Kelly clearly being fouled by Sean McDermott, and that's going to be a free in for Sligo. This is the man that all of Roscommon are fearful of, as the ball came in to David Kelly, the jersey pull clearly seen by the referee. Mark Breheny with his first free and his first point. Nice, easy, familiar style now of Breheny. Long kick out by Jeffrey Claffey. First to the ball, Ross Donovan. Loses out, however. John Rogers setting up an attack here for Roscommon, and they look ever so dangerous. This time it's David Keenan. Good ball inside. He had to work hard for it, the right half forward, and his finish sublime. 6 points to 3 in Castlebar. Cathal Craig. Roscommon have nothing to lose, and it's quite obvious in their play. Donald Shine from Craig to a point. And you sense the Rossies are growing with confidence. Quick ball into the full forward. He gathered cleanly. He's posing problems, serious problems for Noel Maguire. Won this rather easily, turned, shot. 7 points to 3. And this man has scored 4 times. It's time for a little powwow. It's time to come up with plan B, because make no mistake about it, Sligo have been beaten in several areas. Kick out again and straight down the middle. The layoff is to Johnny Davey. Has to go back. Wins himself a free. Intense pressure by Roscommon. Tony Taylor is down injured. As we look at Davey getting the free. He certainly looked for it, didn't he? You can see that the management are a little bit concerned. This is what happened to Tony Taylor. Got a knock on the ear as well as, I think, an ankle problem for all his efforts. Roscommon's tackling is ferocious but fair. They're chasing everything. Free to Sligo. Alan Costello going to take it. Slips one in towards David Kelly. Did well to win it. Looks around. Who's available? Keelan Cawley. Has to go back out again to Alan Costello. Has already scored twice. Won't score with that one. Easy ball for Jeffrey Claffey. Shawnee McDermott lays it off to his fullback and captain Peter Domican. Carl Mannion. Good ball down towards Donald Shine. Noel Maguire gets there first. Got a hand to it. Sideline ball. Donald Shine takes it quickly to Ger Heenan. Back to Shine. Outside Michael Finneran. Tries to get away from Tony Taylor. 3 Sligo players around him. Manages to flick it out for his Heenan. Good block down by the Sligo captain Charlie Harrison. Noel Maguire is available. So too is his goalkeeper Philip Green. And Sligo build slowly and methodically. Not panicking. Here's Noel Maguire. Moving out from the fullback area. There's nerves in the Sligo camp. Take it from me. Comes far as Johnny Davy. Going forward. Great run by Davy. He's gone past the 45. Needs to get rid of it now. And the referee has given a free to Roscommon for the push in the back. But an incisive run by Johnny Davy, but it needed to go somewhere. It ended up in a cul-de-sac of yellow and blue jerseys. Great burst of speed, it must be said. This is where he lost it, however. A little bit of a knee there. Just a little push. Good free by Jeffrey Claffey. Alan Costello continues to work hard. Change of direction perhaps now required. Goes long instead. Good defending by Stephen Ormsby. Flicks it out far as David Keenan. Centre half back is available. Ops instead for Michael Finneran. Over this side is Cathal Craig. Already a point score. In fact, the 2 Roscommon half forwards have each scored a point from play. Here's David Casey. He's also scored from left half back. Craig wants it. Gathers it. Ross Donovan coming in to tackle. Not fouled. Not fouled. Referee agrees. Free to Sligo. Eamon O'Hara. Down towards Mark Breheny. Back to O'Hara. Leadership now required. Flicks it forward. Hard-working Keelan Cawley wins himself a free. Eamon O'Hara takes control and responsibility. Pumps it in again towards David Kelly. Shawnee McDermott staying goal side. Kelly waits for the reinforcements. It arrives in the shape of right half-back Keelan Cawley. Not a bad ball. Gathering it is full forward Adrian Marin, and that goes out for a 45. A little bit better from Sligo. Good diagonal ball, crossfield worked. Marin wanted to take it, he gathered it. Good defending as well. I wonder, is he deeply concerned? It's not been a good first half for Sligo. Cullen McGee. That's the angle. Here's the shot. The result is a point. A soothing of the nerves for both the footballers of Sligo and their fans. He hit it well. So Eugene Mullen is on for Sligo. He replaces Tony Taylor, who obviously has picked up a leg injury. Cathal Craig to David Casey, giving it long. Dolan Shine really shouldn't have been his. Touched along the ground by the Sligo defender, in this case the captain, Charlie Harrison. But it should have been the backs ball all the way. Just waited momentarily. And there's a chance here for Donald Shine to stretch Roscommon's lead. Difficult enough angle. Little or no breeze in County Mayo. I'm afraid we probably needed a bit of a breeze to assist that one to go over the bar. Miscued completely by Donald Shine. Not the norm for the full forward. Kick out again by Philip Green. Great catch by Michael Finneran. Down towards Jarhina. Slipping one through neatly. Picked up off the ground. David O'Gara can protest, although he didn't really, to be fair. I think he knew that this was straight off the ground. Well, mind you, when you look at the replay, it kind of rolled into his lap as such. Great catch by Michael Finneran. Stephen Gilmartin. Mark Breheny provides the option. Johnny Davey brings it forward. Taking on David Keenan. Come back outside far as Alan Costello. Gilmartin again. They're going in the wrong direction. Alan Costello now drops it in. Finneran is back there. Fabulous catch again by the big midfielder. Jeffrey Claffey lays it off, and Roscommon are playing with a bit of dash. Over this side is the right corner back, Shawnee McDermott. Donald Shine makes a diagonal run. Taking on the responsibility is David O'Gara. Is it going to have the distance? It sure does. Is this the Roscommon team we saw in the National Football League? Indeed, is it the Roscommon team we saw in earlier rounds of the Connacht Championship? They look different. They're playing differently. But it's quite effective. The kickouts continue to be dropped down the middle. Certainly, I think Kevin Walsh needs to alter that game plan. Fortunate here to get a free from the referee. Alan Costello going to take the responsibility again. They're both fouling. The referee says play on. The advantage given to the defender on this occasion. Cathal Craig. There's a little bit of afters going on between Cathal Dineen and Alan Costello, and they're fist flying along the sideline. And now holding and pulling each other's jerseys. And Eamon O'Hara puts the shoulder. Well, this was a bit unnecessary. Continued on while the ball was being played down the other end of the field. Eamon O'Hara putting the kind arm over Costello's shoulder and saying, calm down. There is a bit of a crossfield breeze. I'm just looking at the flags over the far side, and there is a breeze kind of blowing from right to left. Donald Shine has to aim for the far over post, and it just curls beautifully. It's his 5th point of the Connacht final. He is already a potential match winner for the Rossies. I have to say, there is a tremendous atmosphere in McHale Park. Certainly one of the greatest buzz that's around a Connacht final for a long time. Must be close to 25,000 people packed in here. As Sligo, the favourites, go into the attack. Back out far as Adrian Marin. I mentioned nerves. She can't look. She knows there are problems. Kick out by Jeffrey Claffey. Referee spotted the infringement, giving a free to Roscommon. Happy enough, I would say. Fergal O'Donnell. This to put 6 points between the teams. He's outside the 45. Inch perfect. Donald Shine's sat-nav is working perfectly. Six points this afternoon for Donald Shine, much to the delight of his many fans. 4 from frees, 2 from play. Kick out again. Comes down to Roscommon man. Cathal Craig. John Rogers wanted it long. He's chasing after it, should make it, not quite. Two minutes of additional time going to be added on here in McHale Park. Big kick out again from Philip Green. Alan Costello lays it off to O'Hara, the one man who's capable of breaking down this Roscommon defence. The kick is a good one. Well taken. Adrian Marin gets his first point to the Connacht final. And it's significant that for the first time we saw Eamon O'Hara coming through the middle. Big booming kickouts from Jeffrey Claffey. This time falls to Alan Costello. Referee spotted that David Kelly was being fouled. Sean McDermott is saying that he was the one that was being fouled. And for all his protests, his name is noted. Significant free considering the tightness of the game. Adrian Marin facing into this crossfield breeze in this final few moments of the first half. Hits it with conviction, gets his second point, but much more importantly, Sligo remain in contention. Having been outplayed at midfield and indeed in the half-forward line, they now find themselves going into the break just 4 points adrift. The referee, Jimmy White from Killybegs and County Donegal, blows the half-time whistle. We've seen very little of Ger Heenahan, but we've certainly seen a lot of the passion that exists in Roscommon football. Half-time score in McHale Park, Castlebar in the Connacht final. Roscommon 10, Sligo 6. Eugene Mullen is on for Sligo, as you can see in the middle of the field, wearing number 25. As Sligo try to gain control in that crucial midfield area. Sligo playing with wind advantage for the next 35 minutes or so. Poor pass. Given all the way back for Eamon O'Hara. Taking on David Keenan. Gets as far as Adrian Marin. O'Hara's available again. Marin goes for a crossfield ball over towards Colin McGee. It's the left foot they've got to watch. But this time, the radar is well off target. Punched down by Eugene Mullen, picked up here by David Casey. David O'Gara. Carl Mannion. David Casey again, but one of these great supportive roles. Oh, that's a beautiful rob by Johnny Davey. And Sligo almost have control of the ball again. Comes out for as Ger Heenahan. Lays it off as Carl Mannion. Powerfully hit, but wide. More consultation along the sideline. Philip Green with the wind to his back. Drops it into the middle of the field. There's a little bit of pushing. No question about the foul on Eamon O'Hara. Keelan Cawley gives it to Alan Costello. Big kick, mighty kick. And I'm afraid mighty wide as well. Eugene Mullen. Kick out by Jeffrey Claffey. It's anticipated that with a reasonably strong wind advantage, that Sligo will step up the tempo a little bit and feed this man more and more, David Kelly. 2 goals and 8 points in 3 championship matches so far. Kelly available again. Gives it for as Johnny Davey. Dropping this one in. Should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Easy ball for Jeffrey Claffey. Sean McDermott makes himself available. Carl Mannion goes for distance. The calling is clear. It's from Ross Donovan. Alan Costello. And Sligo are playing far better football already. Eugene Mullen. Adrian Marin. Dropping it in. Dropping it over the bar. The first score of the second half. 4 minutes into the second period. And Adrian Marin gets his 3rd point of the game. Good patient build-up But you can see that Sligo, having seen off Galway and Mayo, are now playing in at least third gear, and they need to be. It's 10 points to 7 in Castlebar. Kick out by Claffey, goes all the way to Craig. Gets away from Johnny Davy. Good, strong footballer. Trying to get one inside, didn't quite work. Comes far as David O'Gara, dropping this one in, punched away. Ross Donovan is there, slips one through neatly. Good football by Donovan. Noel Maguire comes out from midfield. He played, of course, at midfield before. He's number 3 in his back this afternoon. Overlap provided by Mark Breheny. David Kelly is coming diagonally together, but Breheny makes an angle, a very difficult angle. And between the goalkeeper's hands and the crossbar, a score is prevented. Bit of afters, very little, just a bit of a shoulder more than anything else. Peter Domican is slowly picking himself up off his knees. Good ball inside for Jerhina. Taken down by Keelan Cawley. And the referee is going all the way back. And he has a yellow card in his hand, by the way, so I think there's going to be something shown. And in fact, I think he has shown to Mark Breheny. Meanwhile, down here, clearly this could well be a yellow card as well. Yellow card for Adrian Marin, I suspect. And yellow card as well for Keelan Cawley. Yellow card for the Sligo full forward. He's opposite number 14, having a pop, having a go, but the ball is worked. Change on the Sligo team. Kenneth Sweeney is coming on. And the player that's going off is Colin McGee. Well picked up again by Cathal Craig. Michael Finneran did well to gather. Gets away from the scrum as such. Good combination again between David Keenan and David Casey. Not an easy ball for John Rogers to gather. Wins himself a free. Donald Shine, posing problems still. Backfires O'Gara. Taking on the defender, still O'Gara. There's plenty of support outside, but he's lost the possession. And the referee has given a free to Sligo. Great run here by David O'Gara. Just took a little bit too much out of it. Was there. Referee is correct as well, yes. Philip Green goes for distance. Cathal Dineen read the situation well. David Casey, powerhouse at left half back. Slips one down the middle. Charlie Harrison calls. Tells Ross Donovan to leave it to him. Alan Costello trying to get away from the shackles of two Roscommon players. Finneran nicely gathered. And a substitute, Kenneth Sweeney. lays it off to Mullen, coming through the middle. It's a bit harem-scarum, but Sligo have won the ball. There's a push by Michael Finneran. There's a bit of a little and large act there. And because Michael Finneran kept chasing after Keelan Cawley, there's an extra few metres. Well, here's a man vastly experienced. Sean Davey is coming on for Stephen Gilmartin, which means Sligo now have both of their first choice midfielders off the pitch. One through injury, one by design. Adrian Marin, 45 metres out. Miscues it, I'm afraid. Disappointment for these people. Disappointment for him as well. Hooked it to the left and right. Hooked it to the left and wide. Ten minutes played, almost 11, and we've had one score, 1 point for Sligo. Kick out by Claffey. It's quite a good one, actually. Gathered here by Cathal Craig. Works exceptionally hard. Into the middle. Gathered by John Rogers. Fouled. Front of the post. Real opportunity for Roscommon. I have to say you have to be impressed with Cathal Craig. No question about the foul on John Rogers. You'd have to be impressed with Cathal Craig. No doubt about the foul on Rogers. Here's the free by Shine. He's hooked it to the left and wide. And they need every single one of those. He'll be disappointed with that effort himself. Once again, it's Cathal Craig. David Casey has the composure to change direction. Sean Purcell down the way to David Keenan. David Casey once again going forward from left half back. Over this side is centre half back Cathal Dineen, spotted by John Rogers. Dineen just took his eye off it momentarily, and Sligo regain possession. Not a great ball from Ross Donovan, and that's going to be possession given away. John Rogers. Carl Mannion. David O'Gara. Brendan Phillips with him. Pushing the back. Clear and distinctly seen by the referee. Big opportunity and a big kick for Donald Shine. It's looking good. It's better than good, really. It gives them back their 4-point advantage that they held at half-time. Against the wind, remember. Powerful. It's 11-7 in Castlebar. Eugene Mullen. Eamon O'Hara. Lovely skill by the captain, Charlie Harrison. Is he the man to lead them to the promised land of a 4th Connacht Championship title? It says an awful lot that it takes a right corner back to go forward. Look at this, lovely little jink by Harrison. He looked at the post, he says, I know how to do this, and he did it. Superb, really classy. Charlie Harrison, a leader amongst the Sligo men. 3 points between the teams. As always, it seems to be Cathal Craig and David Casey down that left wing, going forward. David O'Gara looked immediately for possession. Carl Mannion has it, slipping one through. Paris Shine. Turns. Oh, this is beautiful. He scored a real peach in the first half. This is slightly better. Difficult angle, against the wind. Noel Maguire pushed him forward. He turned, no more messing about, and curled it absolutely brilliantly between the posts. That's 8 points for Donald Shine in a Connacht final. Sligo have serious problems at fullback. 4 points between the teams now, 12-8. Sean Purcell. David Keenan. David Keenan, Cathal Craig, David Casey have worked their socks off this afternoon, running continuously at the Sligo defence. Centre half back Cathal Dineen likes to get in the action as well, and he's taken down by Eamon O'Hara. And there's more than just a finger wagging, perhaps. No, there isn't for Eamon O'Hara. Great running off the ball. Easy enough foul. Easy enough free to be given as well. Donald Shine, outside the Sligo 45. Against the wind, it's curling left and wide. Worrying times for the Sligo manager. Kick out is a lengthy one. Last one to touch it was Michael Finneran. Sideline ball for Sligo. Alan Costello down towards Kelly. They need to try and give him as much possession as possible. See if he can produce something. This ball is dropping in. Claffey calls for it. Keeper. Easy ball. Stephen Ormsby. Good work here by centre half back Cathal Dineen. There for the return. David Keenan. Carl Mannion. This is good football by Roscommon. Ger Heenan. Waiting for a little bit of help. Donald Shine. Back to Heenan. Slipping one through. There's Rogers. Carl Mannion. Johnny Davy has to go back for his Keelan Cawley, and Noel Maguire comes away. But Sligo won't pose any problems to Roscommon at this end of the field. Now they need to deliver it fast. Charlie Harrison lays it off for Sean Davy, going for distance down towards the danger man. This is Kelly, cutting inside, still Kelly, great save! Jeffrey Claffey comes to his county's rescue. There's a touch along the ground, and the referee is going to have to sort this one out, because Roscommon are incensed by the decision. But every time David Kelly gets the ball, there's a buzz around Michael Park, and you can see why. The goalkeeper did really well here. Now, who touched the ball along the ground here? Who went down on it? Touched outside the small rectangle. Referee's decision is correct. Tapped over the bar by Mark Breheny, his second of the afternoon. 3 points between the teams. Roscommon 12, Sligo 9. Thanks to the creative skills of David Kelly and the goalkeeping, initially at least, of Jeffrey Claffey. Easy free for Breheny. Neil Ewing is coming on for centre half back Brendan Phillips. So a change in the Sligo defence. So centre back and two midfielders are now gone for Sligo. Core of the team in trouble. Referee Jimmy White is going to give a pretty sure throw ball here. Well won by Finneran. Free to the big Roscommon number 8. Down towards Cathal Craig. Charlie Harrison. Good block down. Great defender. Free this time. At least it should be for Sligo. And referee Jimmy White is ensuring that there is no more after the initial foul. And referee Jimmy White is going to have a word with the left half forward, Cathal Craig. And he duly explains exactly what happened. It's a yellow card for the left half forward. Great block down by Charlie Harrison. And while we were looking at that replay, there's been a little bit of an off the ball activity, and the linesman and the referee are now having a brief consultation. Donald Shine is the player that is down. Keelan Cawley was involved in the incident, and he's moved away from it, as you can see. And not too happy looking Kevin Walsh. No information, obviously, that the referee can act upon, and play continues with the free. Taken here by Eamon O'Hara. Lays it off effectively and quickly to Sean Davy. It's like the old double act. Back to O'Hara again. Davy has gone through. Has to go back for his Mark Breheny. Alan Costello going for the score from just inside the Roscommon 45. And that is a wonderful point. That's his third, all from play. And Sligo need leaders, and they were all involved there. Eamon O'Hara, Sean Davy and Alan Costello. 2 points between the teams. Roscommon 12, Sligo 10. Kick out by Jeffrey Claffey, gathered by Charles Harrison. They're flinging it in high and fast now. Well gathered this time by Stephen Ormsby. Going the route along the sideline. David O'Gara, Charlie Harrison, and they're queuing up to gather possession. Kenneth Sweeney gives the ball over towards Adrian Marin, chased by Stephen Ormsby. Good play by the full forward. One possession, lays it off quickly. Costello, cute angle. He flung it over the crossbar, and he will be a hero forevermore in the county of Sligo if the Yates County actually win this Connacht title. What about this for the 4th point from play for Alan Costello? Instinctively had a go, and the white flag had to go up. 1 point between the teams. Less than 10 minutes left in McHale Park. Roscommon make a change. Kevin Higgins is on. John Rogers is off. Cathal Craig, once again, clearly playing his heart out. A little push by David O'Gara, but Charlie Harrison got there first to the ball, sideline ball. Long ball is aimed at Heenahan, and he gets inside the cover. Good block down. Easy ball for Philip Green to gather. Green goes for distance. Probably the right choice. Needs to win this. Adrian Marin. Was he fouled? Referee feels he was. Stephen Ormsby quite incensed. Straight race, straight tussle. You could see that the left hand arm was on Adrian Marin's back, and I'm sure that's what the referee saw. Well won by Keelan Cawley. Sean Davey goes for it, but it's going to drop magnificently over the bar. What an equaliser. McHale Park has gone wild. There's nobody home in Sligo at the moment. Sean Davey, it looked like he had sliced the kick, but he judged it perfectly. Centimetres inside the post. Dark clouds overhead, but it's a bright, bright day for these fans. It's level in Castlebar. Substitute for Roscommon. David Casey is off, Colm Garvey is on. There's still plenty of time for either Roscommon or Sligo to win this title. Mannion goes long. Johnny Davey gets a hand to it. Quickly taken. Noel Maguire rarely won a tussle this afternoon, but he stuck to his task admirably, and he wins that particular tussle. Neil Ewing. Eamon O'Hara keeping possession. Kelly tries to make an angle. It's Davey again. Can he repeat the dose? Not quite. Kick out comes down for us, Kenneth Sweeney. He's been a big addition to the firepower. Long ball, 2 against 2, good hands by Shawnee McDermott. Legitimately wins his free. Cathal Craig. Peter Domican. Michael Finneran. The referee has blown a whistle. He's given the free to Roscommon. Alan Costello coming in there with a late challenge and a yellow card for the right half forward. I'm not too sure that was high. It's a yellow card anyway. Here come Roscommon now. Chasing after this, Kevin Higgins. Big tall lad. Free for the Rossies. And a chance here once again for Donald Shine to have a go and put his county back in front. Cornerback was fouling. Here's the effort. He's already scored 8 times. Difficult enough angle against the wind. Looking good. It's a great one. And all around McHale Park, it's now yellow and blue. Roscommon 13, Sligo 12. 4 minutes left in the Connacht final of 2010. So once again, Sligo have to chase an equaliser. Cathal Craig takes too much out of it after doing all the hard bits. Free for Sligo. John Dunning is on for Roscommon, and going off is David O'Gara. Kenneth Sweeney has to go back for his Alan Costello. He's in such great form, he's going to try again! Oh, that is fantastic. If you want long-range shooting, point scoring from just inside the Roscommon half of the field, look at this. Inch perfect. Alan Costello has brightened up a dull afternoon in County Mayo. And it's significant that he's a native of Ball just down the road. Level for the second time. Brilliantly caught in the middle of the field by Carl Mannion. John Dunning, high challenge, free in. And once again, it's the responsibility of Donald Shine. John Dunning here, tackled by Neil Ewing. Decision free for Roscommon. Listen to the cheers if this goes over. Roscommon are back in front. 9 points for Donald Shine. Sat-nav is working now. Paul Garvey, who was originally selected in the starting 15, is on, and the player that's going off is Cathal Dineen. Sean Purcell is the player that's down injured. Rubs the head and gets on with it. A minute left. And Sligo have to go again. It's Davy for the second time. And this time it's wide. Heartbreak for Sean Davy. Disappointment for Sligo people. And it wasn't far away. Is it going to be Roscommon's day? Sligo need possession and they have it. Ross Donovan. Not a great kick, easily gathered by Sean McDermott. High challenge. Alan Costello is incensed, and he'd be a wise man to move away. We're into injury time in McHale Park. The challenge in Sean McDermott, an infringement, the decision by the referee. Mark Breheny has gone off. It looks like Stephen Cohen is on. And Donald Shine, meanwhile, needs some medical treatment. More time will be added on. Is this to be the day when Roscommon win their 20th Connacht title? Sligo need possession, and they need 1 point more to force this Connacht final to a replay. Eamon O'Hara takes responsibility, lays it off as Keelan Cawley. Thought about giving it back to O'Hara. In the middle, Sean Davey. Comes for as Adrian Marin, half blocked. Comes out for as Neil Ewan. Johnny Davey. They can't get it past midfield. Eugene Mullen. Inside the 45, has to release the ball. Free to Roscommon. Sligo protest, and there's an extra 13 metres going to be given to the people of Roscommon and their football team. Rank outsiders for the Connacht title. Sligo, having seen off the challenge of Galway and Mayo, may not after all win the Connacht Championship title. The referee blows the full-time whistle. Sligo are beaten. Roscommon have won their provincial title for the 20th time in their history, out of nowhere. Fergal O'Donnell has led them once again to a cup that they hardly dreamt about at the beginning of the championship campaign. Remember, they last won it in 0-1. They won the All-Ireland Minor in 2006, and the team 4 years later are beginning to take shape. For Sligo, it's heartbreak. Goodbye to Galway, goodbye to Mayo. It was the first Connacht final involving no Galway, no Mayo team, and that was all the way back to 1947. It's the first Connacht final in 63 years that didn't involve Galway or Mayo, and Sligo, having seen off those two counties, they were expected to win this afternoon. But it's Roscommon that rejoice. Thrilling encounter. A victory for passion and determination, and Roscommon will be so happy tonight. It's the first time in 63 years that the Connacht final didn't involve Galway or Mayo. Sligo, having seen off those two counties, they were expected to win this provincial title handily enough. And at the end of 73 minutes, it was the rank outsiders Roscommon who won their 20th title with just a point to spare. Full-time score in McHale Park Castlebar, Roscommon 14 points, Sligo 13. It's a wonderful day for Roscommon football, and a year in which we lost, unfortunately, the great Dermot Early, and perhaps he's inspired them from the heavens, because Roscommon, for the 20th time in their history, are Connacht champions. in what is undoubtedly one of the real surprises of 2010.